We didn't do as well as I would have expected. In fact, I'm cited as some, mastermind of some evil plot. We didn't do as well as I would have expected. In fact, I'm cited as some, mastermind of some evil plot.
We didn't do as well as I would have expected. In fact, I'm cited as some, mastermind of some evil plot.
A few countries that have almost avoided the epidemic entirely, like Taiwan, New Zealand, Australia, they took their experience and actually prepared, and so they moved a lot faster. So we, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time. We'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
We'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic. 2020 is a year that has really changed the world. It is thanks to technology that we are able to join the cyber polygon entirely remotely.
This training is another step in creating a trusted digital environment and fostering open dialogue to discuss even the most challenging cybersecurity issues.
Nobody can fight these phenomena, which are only going to increase in the next couple of years in this dynamic technological environment.
As this world grows in force, and this happens throughout the world, it's just a statement of the obvious. You need to protect people properly.
Another area we spent a great deal of time on was cyber and cybersecurity. I talked about the proposition that certain critical infrastructure should be off limits to attack, period, by cyber or any other means. I gave them a list. If I'm not mistaken, I don't have it in front of me, 16 specific entities, 16 defined as critical infrastructure under U.S. policy, from the energy sector to our water systems.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
As Russia gets slammed with a new round of sanctions, America remains on high alert, with authorities warning that Russia may launch cyber warfare against the United States.
Oh, it was a solar flare. It was a cyber attack from Russia or China. They gotta point their finger away from their own self. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. We didn't do it. But we told you about it, though. We told you about it right before it happened. But you just so happened to know, and then it just happened. Like you got all these Like these devils really got the Holy Spirit.
We could see a large uptick in ransomware attacks on critical infrastructure.
The Biden administration warning U.S. companies to beef up their cybersecurities.
They could cut undersea cables. That would be a huge escalation, but it would undermine the trillions in transactions that take place on a daily basis between the United States and Europe.
There are concerns that Russian President Vladimir Putin could use oil as a weapon. The price of crude has already jumped to more than $100 per barrel, its highest since 2014. Here in New Hampshire, the average price per gallon of regular now at $3.50.
The worry is that Russia's oil exports could be limited, which would send oil prices skyward.
The oil prices will be the most immediate effect because they will filter through to gasoline prices, fuel prices, and that will lead to a pinch essentially on consumers' pockets in an environment where we've already seen very high inflation affect consumers' ability and willingness to spend.
Russia and Ukraine are also large suppliers of agricultural commodities, and economists say disruptions to those supply chains could send food prices even higher, spiking more worries about inflation, already at its highest level in nearly 40 years. Now, the Fed has indicated the first in a series of rate hikes will happen in March. It's unclear at this point what exactly those will look like, but the concern is that raising rates too aggressively could spark a recession. Live in studio, Scott Cook, WMUR News 9.
The reason I'm here today is to encourage the U.S. Congress to take action to protect our country from its most imminent threat. Electricity would cease, the internet would go down, and the banking system.
The smokescreen of national security used by government at every level.
A strong America is the only thing standing in the way. Country only needs a little chaos.
We have a fog that has descended on our entire nation.
Hello, Mr. President. Now is the time.
The average American family only has 3 days of food.
We need to talk face to face. This is important.
Sir, what's the mission? Disarm the population and restore order.
Do you have any weapons inside your home or on your person? You had to give the president power to arrest any American by simply accusing them of terrorism.
The vanity of nationalism will quickly fade. These are but the birth pangs of a new world order.
I'm just so afraid of the world that you're going to have to grow up in.
This is a time, man, woman, young or old, when folks run and hide, or they pull up their bootstraps and they fight.
When you sell your soul, it's a one-time thing. There's no going back.
My fellow Americans,
it is time to strike fear into
the hearts of
citizenry.
Ask not.
It's not an authorized broadcast.
What your country can do
to avert this crisis.
The answer is nothing whatsoever.
Our military strength
is,
in this case,
useless. Read my lips.
The great confident roar of the American progress
and growth has come to an end. All the vital technology that this nation holds dear, all communications, transportation, the internet,
connectivity,
electrical
power,
critical
utilities.
Their
fate
now rests in our
hands. We will not tire. We will not falter. And we will not fail.
I don't know how they're getting in.
Thank you.
And a happy Independence Day to everyone.
That was creepy. I tried to find more Nixon.
Think they bought it?
Absolutely.
Okay, I want telecom, transportation, any...
Jesus Christ, it's a fire sale. What? It's a fire sale.
Hey, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, it's a myth anyway. It can't be done.
Oh, it's a myth? Really? Please tell me she's only here for show and she's actually not in charge of anything.
What's a fire sale?
It's a three-step systematic attack on the entire national infrastructure. Okay, step 1, take out all the transportation. Step 2, financial base and telecoms. Step 3, get rid of all the utilities, gas, water, electric, nuclear, pretty much anything that's run by computers, which today is almost everything. So that's why they call it a fire sale, because everything must go.
Hey, listen, what's your name? Harold? Keep your voice down, okay?
No one here's talking about a fire sale. Not unless you're telling me you helped plan one.
No, man, I'm just saying, explaining.
Appreciate your concern. We know what we're doing. We're on it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you don't bang objection.
What?
Bang.
What?
Nothing. I said I understand.
Hey, they didn't send the Girl Scouts out to get this kid. They sent professional guys, full tactical gear. They blew the whole joint up. Now, look, I don't know this kid. And frankly, I don't give a shit. No offense. But somebody wants this kid dead. And obviously, it's got something to do with whatever's going on here.
Okay. Homeland's taking over the interrogation of the hackers we're bringing in. I'll get you an escort over there. All right? Molina, get this kid to the front of the line. I want to know what he knows.
Right. If that guy knew half the shit that I know, fuzzy little head would explode.